YNJ. YNJ.
That's crazy. Y'all
Welcome to YNJ.
Y'all start driving, I go with you.
Welcome to YNJ.
You gonna bring something back on me? I'm coming back on
Truth,
you.
if, what? What's the question? Knock, knock.
Who's there? All right, this is what if to run your own store or restaurant, what would you do?
Crack.
No, a restaurant. You would be a crack restaurant or a crack
Yeah.
store?
All you can eat crack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I supply the rolling papers. All you gotta do is supply the lips and the lungs. All you can eat fat.
Mm.
Marijuana.
You're crazy.
Okay, before I get into all this, love my kids, love my grandbabies. Thank y'all for Saturday. It was rough. Especially since we put boy 1990 MBK. We put our boy to rest, and he got cremated afterwards. But closest friends, people who couldn't be there, saw through Vlali's website. I did a little something, and like I said, I don't know what's rough. Childhood friends. Well, I mean, that's almost as rough as parents. Childhood friends that you grew up with.
Well, siblings.
Siblings, yeah. But I want to everybody to understand, and like I said, I don't care if you stop watching the show. I don't care if you mute the show. I don't care. But what I want everybody to understand is, please get your priorities in order, so no one has to run around to bury you. That goes for you and your spouse. Get your priorities in order for wills. Priorities in order so that way people know step by step what to do. I'm spending a lot of time making sure that all my priorities in order. So no one have to worry about, all you gotta do is come visit or just say, hey, I remember when, but I'm trying to make sure that my family don't have to come out of pocket for nothing. Of course, you also heard that Eddie Van Halen died today. Unfortunately, we can't even play a snip of music, or we have to not really shut down the video.
Well, they say you're not the owner of the song.
Right. And unfortunately, even if it's a tribute, that sucks. Because I got 2 songs from Van Halen. I could love to just play a snip of the show my respect for Andy Van Halen, because most people don't realize he also was the guitar in Beat It, which made it even more famous. But, no telling what else he did. Before I get into this, I want people to understand that it's not that me voting Democrat nor Republican, but I don't really want to vote for neither one. First, with the Democrats, please stop saying that they're going to take your guns away. They're not. If you ain't figured that out by now, you're dumb. They're not taking your guns away. They ain't planning on it. Because if the government really wanted to take your guns away, they would have done it a long time ago. Believe that. Y'all just found a reason not to vote Democrat. And believe me, the only reason why I want Trump out of office, here are my reasons. 1, how do you call COVID-19 a fake fluke, a hoax? You end up catching it. You, the president, called it a fake, a hoax. It ain't true. It's fake news. is the words that you used. And then you catch it because you wore a mask. Then, after adding insult to injury to all the rest of us who've wearing a mask, you go to the hospital, come out, probably not even within 24 hours, riding around in your limo, go to the White House.
He didn't ride in limo. He rode in a helicopter to the White House.
Oh, helicopter! I don't care what he rode. He could have rode a damn donkey.
And he got back in there, and he took, as he got off the helicopter, he had his mask on. So he got to the top and took his mask off.
Yeah. So,
and then they said that he's still working, even though he's not feeling good, but he's still working because he has to do his job.
Spreading the COVID-19.
He might put it on when he went back inside. I mean, I don't know. We're not there, so we don't know everything.
It's not the point of us being there. It's the point of.
Yeah, but do you believe all news? Do you believe all? I mean, if you're seeing it, that's one thing.
We
like
were
you're seeing
watching
what
it.
we're seeing. Yeah, I see you watching it. But do you
no
everything?
I try to give him benefit of the doubt. I really did, and it's out the window, especially me. Anyway. And now I hear that, the last statement on that. Then he said, if you vote for me, I'll get a cure for COVID-19. If you vote for me, I'll get a cure.
He also said he had a cure that's coming soon, that it should be here soon.
We don't even have a cure for cancer.
Do we?
No, because then they wouldn't be asking for money.
But do we?
No.
Do you know that for a fact?
I'm sorry. Do you know if they got a cure? I know they don't, because if they got a cure, people will be cured.
Right. But
you got breast cancer. You got all types. You got testicular cancer.
I've got friends that have breast cancer.
Yeah.
And they've survived.
Yeah. Through chemo.
Now they might chemo, and sometimes they might have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
You know, that is a hard thing. You know, I haven't had. I don't want to have it, and I really feel sorry for the ones that have had it. And I know it's tough and all that, but
same thing with AIDS.
The thing is, yeah, you hear AIDS, but you haven't heard of AIDS in a long time, as much as it used to be.
Because people are finally, except for some of these retarded blacks out here who keep migrating babies like it's like a slot machine. I mean, and that's my daggone race. But what I'm saying is, I don't care if it's hateful or not to you black people, but it's true. You migrating children like it's a slot machine, and instead of putting on a condom, I'll put on a condom finally.
And you're saying black people do that?
Well, I don't know about the white race. I'm white.
Oh yeah, there's some white race that do that same thing.
Oh, okay.
There's some that will have kids, and after kids, and make the money, or they'll get married, then they'll get a divorce so they can get the child support and all this, that, and the other. Off of children? No.
I reckon. All I know is that,
that goes both. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, purple, green, Indian, Chinese, or whatever. Every culture has that same problem.
That, but the female receptive of the male, and if she's not on birth control, which God Almighty, I don't know why most girls aren't. If you're on birth control,
well, some girls can take it. I couldn't.
I understand that. But then there's the other alternative. If there's a male who's flat out tells you he can't wear a condom because how the hell you know your penis is allergic to a damn condom? How the hell you know that?
Well, if you wear it,
I can understand her being allergic to the condom, but how do you know?
Can. Latex. You got either latex, lamb skin that they do. They have all kinds.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, also, he just I cannot believe this, and I know this is accurate because I who tells somebody that if you vote for me, we'll talk about the stimulus checks? What?
Okay, I'm sick of hearing about stimulus checks. There's not going to be a stimulus check. Okay,
it's not.
You keep seeing all these things about, are you going to get it? You're going to get it. We're still working on it. It's funny how the first stimulus check came so quickly, and then all of a sudden now they've been talking about it. They can't agree. This, that, and the other.
$1,200.
Okay.
A whole.
If you look at your account and you finally see $1,200, okay, you did it. But I have a feeling If they talk this long about it, there's not going to be one.
How you know?
Really?
I'm saying, how you know?
People can put advertisement on there and false advertisement.
No, I'm saying. I was just wondering because
I mean, like they say, don't always believe
Oh, I
everything
don't.
you see
I don't.
or hear.
But anyway, I don't know. That's a debate for another day.
Well, I have something to say.
Oh, go ahead.
And this matter is not really funny at all.
Oh.
Like they've said on the radio, there's a lot of people that are committing suicide,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really getting up there high. And there's some that have tried to commit suicide, and there's a lot of people that need to talk. Or I know sometimes you get so depressed with everything that's going on in your life, having a hard time and all that, and going through stuff that's just, you just feel like you just cannot get out of it. And it depends on what you're in. I mean, you could be in a relationship and one is abusive, or one's putting you in jail and you haven't done anything, or, you know, you have things going on that you've lost a child, or, you know, anything. Or, you know, there's COVID-19. A lot of people have just been alone, and you want to go out and do something, and you really can't go do a whole lot because you're afraid you're going to get sick and everything. You know, you got to find some friends to hang with, talk to. I mean, you can shoot. I saw a lot of people at the movie theater, and they sat in their hatchbacks or on the ground, 6 feet apart to each other in that. I mean, you've got to go talk to somebody. I don't care if it's a family member, a friend, a coworker, or whatever. Somebody that you know that you talk to or see every day. There is somebody there that's going to want to be there to help you, and you need to get help. Don't kill yourself. Please don't, because it's not worth it.
People who want to kill themselves reach out, but people don't
But they
listen.
don't. They listen, but they're not. That's like having a child and they're telling you, and you can see some things, and you talk to them, but you don't really know what's going on inside of them because they're not telling you everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they can hide it very well. You can have a friend that can be happy, excited, all that, be fine in front of you, go home, sit in the corner and cry their eyes out and be depressed and sad.
Mm-hmm. As controversy says, some people want to kill themselves so they can be free. Now, I'm not going to elaborate on suicides because, believe me, that's a whole nother subject for another day. And plus, people are not willing to accept or handle answers of the truth. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not trying to be. I have no interest in being a doctor. I have an interest in knowing that, understanding that when people are put to a brink, which is I call hit that mental wall, and you can't go around it, you can't go over it, you can't go through it, and you're stuck. And then the whole walls start crashing in, and you become claustrophobic. There are ways out of it, but you got to be willing to understand that it's not over just because the walls are closing in. I should know. I never wanted to kill myself. I had no interest in killing myself. I'd rather die by a cop. I had no interest in killing myself. Never have. And I felt the walls close in multiple times. But I've learned over the years, for someone who is suicidal, I'd rather listen and say, hey, man, there's always an out. But you're going to do it regardless whether somebody tries to help you or not. And I don't know why people think pills is the answer to everything. Pills is always the damn answer to everything. Take a pill.
Yeah, miss.
Take a pill.
You got that right. And no, not pills are always going to take care of it.
That's what the psychiatrist and the therapist think.
I'm sorry. I mean, pills might help, but then people get addicted to that pill. And then they get reliable on that pill. I'm not saying that some people do, some people don't. But, you know, you got to be there for them. I mean, you could have a child that talks to you and have problems, went through something in their childhood that you didn't even know that they went through. They could be out with something happened to them. And, you know, you see something kind of different on your child or something like that, and you're going, what is that? Oh, well, they just laughed off. I think everything's okay, and this, that, and the other. Come to find out down like a year later or whatever, something really happened with that when they went out of town with that friend and they never told you. So now they have to live with that because they didn't tell you, so you couldn't handle it, take care of it. You know, and they live with that. People hide things. People can hide it very well.
I know there's a suicide hotline, but is there a suicide group? Don't all y'all who want to commit suicide want to talk to each other? I mean, at some point, I figured it's like, look, man, when you talk to somebody who's in the same situation you are, at some point, either you want to heal or you're not.
Yeah, but you want them to heal, but you got to figure out what they can do to heal.
To figure out what the problem is. Now, if it's mental, that's one thing. If it's something that was caused as trauma, that's another. But I mean, that's why me and him battle about mental illness all the time. We do. We battle to the teeth because I understand from a mental standpoint, but in the same token, I'm going to tell you what my peers told me. They told me to get the hell over it. That's exactly what they told me. And here's the pill.
It's easier for somebody to tell you to get over this has not been through in your shoes
That's why I keep
and knows what's going on.
How can a psychiatrist, therapist, when you've never been through nothing, tell you what you did? My point exactly. I gotta go to work.
We all have to go to work.
I gotta work on the debate.
All right, y'all. We'll see you
I'm Camilla Harris, and
we'll see you on Saturday
tonight.
If you don't have trust, it doesn't work.
Who's that?
Yo, mama. Mama said.
My mom.
And you better listen to your mama.
My mom was.
And you better be nice to your mom.
My mom was wrong.
She is not wrong.
She's in the Bible. Tell mom. Oh, is that her again?
No, this is Misty.
Hey, Misty.
But if someone is going to commit suicide, once they make up their mind, you might not be able to change their mind.
Boom.
So what their mind is thinking.
Nope.
They think they have they are a burden. I think they are a burden. They could have chronic pain. Yeah, there is one with chronic pain. Yes.
See how I broke that down?
Yeah.
There's different stages of suicide.
Yeah.
There's different stages.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we'll talk about that. I don't mind making that a topic one night. I don't mind.
We should, but it because it's really hit home to a lot of people now.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And when you see them and you lost your child, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't lost mine, but I get really scared about it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's girl. Your mama said, that's girl.
Really? Really?
Be nice.
I'm your firstborn.
Oh, please.
You better not be taking sides.
She's not taking sides. Just say, oh, girl.
Hello?
YAJ.
I got you, Ruth.
YAJ.
Here we go.
She said, I mean, thanks, girl. You're welcome.
Look, y'all.
Oh my gosh! He said, get over it. She said, my best friend's husband committed suicide, and so did my stepdad. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I've had quite a few friends that have had children do that, and I have one that almost
Welcome
do it this
to
past week.
YAJ.
I got you on that.
We'll make it another show. I
Welcome
promise
to
you.
YAJ.
Peace out. What are you nervous over there?